Welcome to Kano TV. It is I, your favorite Mexican guy. Can I get a hello? First and foremost, before I get into this, I'd like to say thank you to each and every one of you guys taking the time out of your guys' day to come tune in with your favorite Mexican guy. Today we're going to talk about something called ADD and ADHD. ADD, the terminology for that is attention deficit disorder. ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And that's what your boy Kano has. In layman's terms, your boy can't sit still and I can't pay attention for the life of me. If you guys have seen me at a music event, maybe at a sesh, out and about, you guys normally see me going like this. Zoom, 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 zoom. Trying to talk to me, get a word in. Yeah, I'm not being rude. I go 100 miles per hour from the time that my foot hits the floor when I get out of bed until I basically go to bed at night. I'm running 100 miles per hour. So as a kid, you know, it affected me a lot as a child, you know, especially relationships with kids, things with my parents, you know, teachers, instructors, and stuff of that nature. I just couldn't sit still. They couldn't get through to me. I couldn't talk. You know, nothing was gonna get through to me. That's what ADHD does to you, man. You just can't sit still, and people trying to pop pills in you, sit you down, hook up these little wires to you to try to figure out why you're so fucked up. You're not fucked up, man. Here's the thing, man. ADHD gives you that energy, gives you a lot of benefits in life, man. It's funny, there's things that these adults, when I was a child, wanted me to be so quiet and stop me from being so hyper in the energy that I have. Well, it's a funny thing that today, as a grown adult man, that those same things that people wanted to take from me, which was a gift, are now paying off in the long run. So as I've always said to you guys, you were built and you were born exactly the way that you should have been born. Now with ADHD, there was a lot of consequences that come with those things, you know? ADHD people normally, and again, I'm speaking for myself only, so if you have ADHD, I'm not speaking for you, I'm speaking for myself, and I'm telling you a story about myself. Everybody is obviously created differently, and everybody has different struggles. These are just some of mine. For example, me having ADHD, I'm a kind of individual that will take an action before I think of the consequence. So for example, if my buddies were, it's a true story, hey Kano, let's go ride our rollerblades, let's hold on to the back of a semi-truck and let's drive down and hold on to this truck for like 5-6 miles until we get to Target so we can go, you know, screw around to Target. Most people would have thought about that and said, nah, that's not a really good idea to do. Or hey, let's go jump on top of a building and let's go tag up a building and then the cops are gonna come, we gotta jump off and damn near break our legs to get away. Probably somebody would have thought that through thoroughly and said, that's probably not a great idea. So those are things that, you know, ADHD, at least for myself, was, you know. Like I said, it did affect a lot of relationships with females, all the way down to my mom and my dad, to family members. You know, people really never understood me. Never understood why I was the way I was. They just saw me as a menace, loud. Let's leave that kid alone because he's nothing but trouble. If they would have took the time to sit me down and actually have a conversation with me and understand why I am the way that I am, it probably would have been a better outcome than the choices that I made as a child. As an adult, those choices became devastating. Instead, I got more into drugs. I got more into alcohol. I got more into things that would suppress my emotions, my feelings, and ultimately would destroy my life. ADHD people, at least with myself, I knew all of the bad things that I was doing and the consequences that were going to come. And even then, I'd still make that bad decision. ADHD is going to be different for every individual. These are just some of the stories and some of the consequences and some of the things that happened to me in my childhood life as well as my adult life. Sitting still today is still something that I deal with on an everyday basis. Try sitting at your job for 8 hours a day, having to use your hands and your brain, and them having you sit still. Even as a grown adult, it's still hard for me to do. ADHD also is a beautiful thing though, because I do have a lot of energy. I do got a voice. I can do multiple things while you can only do one. So, again, as I'm saying to you, you have a gift. If you have ADHD, yes, there are some things that really mess up your psyche and as well as your life on a day-to-day basis. But again, if you use those things as a positive notion in your day-to-day basis, those things that we call ADHD will benefit you in the long run, baby. Because like I said, the Mexican guy was trying to be shut up as I was a little kid all the way up to adult. You too loud, you too hyper, sit down, calm down. Well, can I get a hello? It's because of all of those things today that your favorite Mexican, the West Coast token, smoking, choking Mexican, has a platform. It's because people like you that I'm able to impact. It's people like you that are listening to me and giving me ideas on a day-to-day basis to help each other out. This is our therapy. This is a therapy session for you, and especially you. And most importantly, I want you to know this is therapy also for myself. So again, man, if you don't know what ADHD is, I wanted to do a little segment about some ADHD. If you do have it, you do know somebody who does have it, be patient with them, man. They're beautiful inside and out. They got a talent that is just waiting to come out. And if you use that talent, I guarantee you can get some greatness out of it. Everybody has something great about them. You were born exactly the way God intended you to be. No matter whether somebody else thinks that that is a bad thing about you, make sure you do your own research, dig deep in yourself, and I promise you that those things that people find not good in you, you can turn those things around and shove that right back in their face like, oh, toma, look what I got. Look what I am, baby. Look what I can do. Look at my abilities. Look at how great I really am. You guys saw that. It's not a good thing, and I turned that, and I showed you how great I really could be. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys tuning in weekly. This is Kano Television. I want to say a huge thank you to my editor-in-chief, my sister Jennifer, plus my lovely wife, Heather. They're tagged at the bottom. That's the one behind the camera, the one editing all these beautiful videos. Big shout out to all of my sponsors. You guys are all tagged at the end of the video below. And you guys know the deal, man. Tell your mommy, your daddy, your uncle, your brother, your cousin, your sister, your side chick, and everybody that you know to hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Leave some comments below. And I'd like to hear something about your life and your day. Thank you very much for tuning in to Kano TV. The Smoking Token, West Coast Choking Mexican loves you. Hope that you have a good day. Bring your family together to watch this. Maybe you guys might learn something. And maybe I can hopefully learn something from you. The Mexican guy loves you. Kano out.